Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Abandoned Stage, our 2021 Theater 2 Winter Showcase. For the past semester, we've been working hard during online school to showcase some of our projects that we have been working on for the past few months.
We were tasked with coming up with a theme and creating all of our stories from that one theme. We did this by having a group brainstorm of certain starting points and themes and finally decided on an image of an abandoned street. From that, we came up with some themes to explore, such as isolation and abandonment.
We hope you enjoy the production we have been able to put together despite the restricting circumstances. Without further ado, give it up for our first play, a scene written by Sabrina, one of our students called Treading on a Fine Line.
This piece, written by Sabrina, who was inspired by imagining a scene of a lone girl walking down an empty street, an old bag in hand with fear in her eyes. But what exactly was she scared of? That is what the following scene entails.
So have a seat, relax, and enjoy.
No, that's wrong. God damn it, what's the answer?
Are you studying?
Yes.
Oh, for how long now?
I don't know, like an hour now?
Really, an hour, and you do this every day? So why is it that your grades are struggling?
It's only a few B's, and I still have plenty of time to...
Plenty of time to what? To catch up? Ha! You shouldn't even be struggling at all. What, did I raise a dumb child? You know how much money I'm paying for you to go to school. You say you're studying and studying, but the moment I walk out, you play games.
I'm not. Why did you even think that?
Why else are your grades so bad?
You can't expect me to be perfect all the time. I'm trying my best in school right now. I swear, I'm really studying.
And that means you're just stupid. Why did I even let you go to this school? I'm wasting money on you.
I'm sorry.
Now you're scared? What did I even do to make you scared, huh? You're pathetic if you're scared by just a little scolding. You know I'm trying to help you. If I didn't care about you, I'd throw you out to the streets since the moment you were born. I'm only doing this because I love you. Why are you scared? Go back to studying.
Come on, Stephanie, please answer.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Stephanie? Where are you right now? My dad? I don't know what to do. He saw my grades. You know how my dad is. He just can't accept anything less than an A. But I'm really trying my best. I really am. But he thinks...
What are you doing up there?
Nothing. I'm just studying. He thinks I'm not trying at all. What does he expect from me? I don't think I can handle it anymore. I don't even know how to feel. I know you said before that I shouldn't just accept everything he does to me. But what can I do? He's my dad. He says he loves me. He really loves me. But I'm so scared. He says that every single time. Every time. But I don't want to stay here anymore. He's going to hurt me. I know he will. Please try to respond as soon as possible. I don't want to be alone right now.
I knew it, you stupid dog. You think I wouldn't know you're slacking off? Does this look like studying to you? What are you doing on your phone? Texting your friend? And you say you're learning?
Just let me explain a little.
What did you say? Why aren't you responding? Who do you think you are to talk back to me? Do you know better? Who around here is paying the bills? You're just sitting in your room all day wasting money.
I'm not. I'm trying.
You're going to cry now. Good. See if I care. Cry. Cry all you want. No one is going to feel bad for you. What, you want me to say sorry? Well, I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? You're pathetic. No child of mine should be like this. Stupid and disobedient, a liar. You're not my child. If you continue being like this, I'll kick you out.
Stephanie? Yeah, I'm alright. He came in again and he was going to hurt me. I don't want to stay here anymore. I can't. I shouldn't. He's going to hurt me. I don't know what to do. Can I stay in your house for now? I don't feel safe here. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Hold on. Let me pack my stuff and we'll meet each other at the park, okay? Okay.
Great job to the Trading on a Fine Line team. Our students worked so hard on these. From our students, script writer Sabrina, our director Krish, and our wonderful actor Grace and John, who portrayed every emotion correctly. Isn't that amazing?
Next, we have one act play directed by Miss S and performed by Sabrina, Krish, Mimi, Grace, Henry, and Adon. Now give it up for Autumnal Summer.
It was an autumnal summer. Everyone in town said so. One of the mildest summers in years on the coastline of Delaware. A summer so mild, it was like the spring had lingered and the fall came early. An autumnal summer. The name given to a summer that's not quite a summer. Never too hot, only occasionally warm days. A summer that gets cut off far too early, embracing a fall that too quickly gives way to winter. That's why that day, that glorious day, it was warm enough, it was clear enough, and we knew we had to go. Because good days are scarce in an autumnal summer.
Rowan. Rowan. Rowan!
Sorry, Brianna. I'm trying to get these lecture notes together.
I know midterms are coming, but isn't that anxiety usually reserved more for the students and the faculty?
Are you kidding? These kids question everything, want to double check everything, so I have to triple check first. You don't know my students very well, my dear.
These days, I barely know their teacher.
I'm sorry, darling, but you just have to survive till winter break.
Shall I make that my mantra? Just make it to mid-December. Just make it to mid-December. Just make it to mid-December.
You have to admit, it does have a catchy beat.
And a lousy sentiment. Guess I can always start shopping now for a husband rental.
Keep it up and I'll rent one for you.
Promises, promises. Guess I'll leave you to it then. Do you want anything special for dinner?
Just bring me in a ham sandwich and coffee. I'll be fine.
But I won't. I have to eat too, you know. And a cold sandwich and a cup of joe just ain't gonna cut it for the wife of a university professor.
In that case, make whatever you want and I'll eat it.
Careful. The way you've been ignoring me, I could bowl you up a snow tire.
She's a fine woman, Dr. Ellsworth. Her love for you is unmistakable.
Areem? I'd almost forgotten it was time. Don't you ever get tired of this?
I can't get tired anymore. You know that, doctor.
Why so formal, Areem? And I was not lucky in many areas, but picking a spouse wasn't one of them.
But you picked your mate, doctor. You don't get to choose your family.
What is bothering you, Areem?
It's Papa.
What is wrong now? Did he hit you again?
No, Mama, it's not like that. It's
What
just...
is it? You can tell Mama and I will talk to him.
No, don't do that. It'll only make it worse. And he didn't hit me this time. Really, he didn't. It's just, well, he took Joseph and Sasha with him to the square. They'll probably get ice cream on the way back. I'm the one who helped him change the oil in the car, handed him the tools, threw away the old oil. Then he tells me to finish cleaning up and takes the two of them for a drive. Why doesn't he like me, Mama? I try so hard, but no matter what I do, it's never enough. Or I end up doing something wrong, make him mad.
Your papa has his favorites, but I'll tell you a little secret. You are my favorite.
Oh, Mama.
It's true, always has been. And you cannot understand this now, just being a little girl, but your papa has his reasons for they're not because of you. You have no sin in this.
Sin? What are you talking about?
Best we leave that talk for when you're older. When you're closer to being a woman.
And how long will that be?
Soon. Just like soon we will be moving far away from here. Things will be different in Delaware. For one thing, it will be warmer, and you will grow up to be a better person than your papa. A better woman than...
Then who?
You will make me proud, Irene.
Well, will I ever make Papa proud?
Didn't get along with family, Areem?
My father, there was something that kept us apart.
Brianna and I never had children, but I'd have to think it would have to be a pretty big something to keep a father distant from his daughter.
Something like a lie can do it. A lie can become a wall, and your wall grows every day.
Sorry to barge in again, but I want to tell you your sister called early this morning while you were out walking Hunter.
Oh, really? And what was Doris calling about?
She was just asking about the holidays this year, checking to see if we wanted to come up for Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the one.
What did you tell her?
I deferred to you and told her she'd have to call back to talk to you about it.
Thanks, making me the bad guy.
Well, you're the one who never wants to go. And what's wrong with spending a nice Christmas with family?
With my family? Everything. Between Doris and her bad cooking, Chuck and his gun collection, and the triplets, that's not Christmas. It's the Cirque du Soleil.
Your nephews aren't that bad. They're actually kind of cute.
In a piranha eating live bait kind of way. I mean, they aren't bad kids, but, well, you know,
What's wrong?
nothing. It's just work and nothing.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
Why don't you tell her, Doctor? Why don't you start with her?
You know as well as I do, darling, that it's nigh impossible for a man to keep anything important from his wife.
Must be nice to be delusional.
Why am I not reassured in any way, shape, or form?
Pins and needles, needles and pins. When a man gets married, his trouble begins.
Stop it, Areem. I'd tell her if I could.
But you can, Doctor. You can tell her. You can tell everybody. I told you about Morris Craddock of the Washington Post. He's the one you need to talk to. He'll help you get this out in the open, once and for all. Don't you see? It's your choice to tell. You simply don't choose to.
It was never my choice to make, then or now.
Worth, it's a pleasure. I'm Captain Fitzsimmons. This is Colonel Bethany.
Pleased to meet you both.
Have you been briefed, Doctor?
Colonel, I'm certain...
I want to hear it from him, Doctor.
Yes, sir. I know everything.
Well, we operate on a need-to-know basis, Dr. Ellsworth. Trust me, you don't know everything.
Okay. Let's just say that I know enough about my part in everything.
Forgive me for being blunt, Doctor, but just how good a biochemist are you?
Colonel?
I mean, you seem awfully young to know anything. You listen to me, son. There's nothing funny about the job you're going to be doing for us. It's damn serious business.
Then perhaps you could stop treating me like cloak to your dagger, Colonel.
Oh, the Pentagon sure can pick 'em, can't they, Captain?
Colonel, if I may, Doctor, you were highly recommended by...
We are poised to enter a new era, an era fraught with new dangers. You'll be commissioned to ensure that terrorists with chemical weapons will not find us defenseless or clueless as to these types of weapons. We have intel on a certain gas being worked on at present by certain enemies to our nation.
We know it'll take you some time to synthesize a nerve gas exactly like the one we found, but we're confident.
As am I, Captain. As am I.
Once you make a near perfect copy of the gas, we can then begin working on a mask to protect our soldiers in the field from its effects.
So once we know exactly what we're dealing with, I'll be developing a filter?
Correct.
Correct. And it had better be a good one.
Your civilian liaison will be Dr. Greer Somerville. She'll be your immediate supervisor and head of the research division of the project. The colonel here will assist and advise on the technical side once application is imminent.
Application? You mean a test?
Yes, it'll be an isolated area with no indigenous inhabitants.
However, we do usually find small mammals to gauge the effectiveness of the gas.
You mean exactly how effectively it kills, how fast, etc.?
Precisely. You'll be doing your country a great service, Doctor. Sometimes true patriots are never known to the world at large.
Just a little test. No harm in that.
It was out of my hands.
And yet, wasn't it your hands that made the breakthrough?
Dr. Somerville, my research team and I have finally isolated the main ingredients in the chemical compounds that comprise the base of the nerve gas I've been trying to simulate.
Excellent, Dr. Ellsworth. My compliments to you and your team.
Laslovic is over the moon. I got it all in the mainframe computer. You can download the files at your convenience.
But that means we may only be a matter of months from a complete synthesis.
Maybe even weeks. I bet Bethany won't be whining at you about cutting our funding at next month's meeting.
Oh, you heard about that?
Laslovic told me. You can't keep a thing like that under wraps around here.
Good old Uri. Colonel Bethany's convinced he's a Russian spy.
So Bethany's a xenophobe in addition to being a jerk? Shocker.
He's the xenophobic jerk who holds the purse strings, so we all must cope, Doctor. I look forward to reviewing your findings. This is a breakthrough Bethany and the military have been clamoring for, and we need to keep them content and blissfully ignorant for all the machinations of the process.
All Bethany wants is his test. He can hardly wait to kill monkeys, guinea pigs, and rats at some wasteland somewhere, just to dissect them later to see how tortured their end was.
Better then than some of our soldiers, Rowan.
The lesser of two evils?
If what we do today saves lives tomorrow, who are we to judge immediate consequence?
Dr. Greer Machiavelli, I don't believe I've met you before.
Come on now, Dr. Ellsworth. You're a realist too. Otherwise, you donate your six-figure salary to the homeless. But you don't exactly do that, do you? Now get back to the lab, Doctor. You have work to do.
But it was never my call. This whole business was inadvertent.
I know that. But I also know that as long as you keep this inside you, it'll continue to consume you, just as it has done for all these years. You think your wife can't sense it?
What are you talking about?
Wasn't it your choice not to have children, even though she always...
Enough! Areem, you have no right to...
Right? Exactly what were my rights in all of this? Did I have any that day or now? I'll never forget where a schoolgirl's rash decision can lead.
So, did you bring him?
Yeah, I brought my new one, graphite.
The one your dad just bought? Jesus, he'll burst your behunkus good if he finds out.
Oh, like we won't both get the belt if they catch us sneaking off.
Hey guys, where are you going?
What are you doing there, Kabibian? Spying on us?
Leave him alone, Egan. Areem's okay.
Shut up, Doogie. And that's not what my dad says. He says they're all Armenians. Is that what you are, Kabibian? An Armenian spy?
Egan, cut it out.
I don't trust her. How do we know she won't tell on us?
Well, right now I don't have much to tell.
Are you trying to be funny, Armenian?
Oh, no, I mean, all I know is you're going to cut class.
Well, that's enough.
Look, Areem, don't mind him. He thinks anybody younger than us is stupid. But do you see the day outside at recess? First hot day we've had all summer. So Egan, the moron, and me, we're gonna go do a little fishing. We got this special spot on Teagle Island.
Don't tell him that. He's a spy.
No, he isn't. He just doesn't make friends easy as all. And him and his family just moved here, right?
Yeah, from Buffalo.
You bring an extra pole?
Yeah, why?
Well, the best way to keep him from telling on us is to let him come along.
What? Dumb little kid. You ever fished before, Canadian?
Sure, lots of times.
With your dad?
No, never with him.
Your old man whip up on you?
Do you want to come with us fishing?
Okay, then, but if you do anything to mess up my rod, could be bien.
A ream?
A ream?
A thoughtless little kid decision. Whereas you put a lot of thought into your decision, didn't you, Doctor? Didn't you?
A storm inside and a storm outside. Somewhat apropos.
Okay, since I do want something substantial for dinner, I'm off to the market.
Sure you want to go in this?
I should be able to beat it over and back. But if I wait, the Old Town Road could wash out. Then I'll have to... Rowan, are you listening to me?
What? Oh, I mean, yeah, of course.
This preoccupation of yours happens every year about this time. And I don't think it's just about midterms, but I know better than to ask you.
Brianna, does it bother you that we never had kids?
Where did that come from? And to be perfectly frank, I adore little you running around here. I mean, what the hell? He might actually pay attention to me at midterms. It's not too late, you know.
Well, hail. The gang's all here. I was wondering when I'd see you two.
Hiya, Doc. Killed any middle schoolers lately? Or have you switched to kindergartners?
Ah, Egan, charming as always.
I'm not exactly thrilled to be here for another year either, Doc.
I can tell, Douglas. I always meant to ask you, you come to me about the age you were but they always...
They choose to come to you as the man you'll never be.
While little Reem here chooses to come to you as a child you destroyed.
I did not.
But you didn't prevent it, did you?
I didn't know about it till after the fact.
But you sure didn't offer up any of those facts to anybody.
The press?
Our parents?
You didn't even try to go to another government agency to report what had happened officially. You know, there might have been somebody outside of your organization that just might have taken exception to what they did.
And who was I supposed to go to? The operation was covert. Who could I trust? Where was I going to begin?
Well, that wasn't an issue since you never began anything, did you?
Look, Yuri Laslovic raised holy hell about what happened to you three when we found out. And one day he just disappeared. And the rest of us...
Held the line?
It's nice to know somebody in your lab had a pair of balls.
Damn it, you three. For years since I moved back here, I felt like the ancient mariner. Only instead of having to tell his story, I have to relive my own through you. Every year on the anniversary of your... Why me? Why not Bethany or Somerville? Why do you continue to torture me?
Because you have a conscience and no one else in that project ever did.
Yuri did. Is that why he never came forward? Do you know that he's dead?
We're ghosts, Dr. Ellsworth, not psychics.
We don't know if your friend is dead, but you've been very much alive all these years.
Living a good life in California.
But a few years ago, when you moved back here, where our spirit energies are strongest.
Oh, so it's my fault for moving back to.
The scene of the crime.
Damn you all. You just don't know what it was like for me.
A hell of a lot better than what it was for us.
And you found out all about it, didn't you, Doctor? You found out.
What the hell is Lasovic talking about? I thought you said the test on Teagle Island went well. What the hell happened?
Sounds like you already know, thanks to Dr. Lasovic and his big mouth.
3 little children?
Yes.
What were they doing there? I thought you said.
We took every precaution, Dr. Ellsworth. We did a sweep of the entire area not an hour before when we left the study animals. It was just bad timing.
Is that what we're going to tell their parents?
Don't be naive, Doctor.
So you're not going to try to cover this up?
It's already been done. Actually, the military were quite pleased to have real human subjects to dissect and analyze. The autopsy showed the effects of the gas quite well. If you were such squeamish about such things, then you shouldn't have signed on for this project.
The project I signed on for was to culminate with a test on a deserted island, where the winds were carefully calculated to blow the remnants of the gas out to sea, where it would be non-lethal within a few miles, harmless within 10. I did not sign on for the assassination of 3 children.
Science and conscience can seldom peacefully coexist. What happened happened. You need to accept that. To be where they are, they would have had to cut classes and leave school for an afternoon of fishing on an island where they shouldn't have been.
And the punishment for truancy and trespassing is death these days?
Enough! The body have already been disposed of. The matter is closed. Now quit acting like you're the only human being in this room.
Good God, I think I'm going to be sick. You're wrong about one thing, Dr. Somerville. I'm not the only human being in the room. There are no human beings in this room.
And how long did you stay after that?
A little over a year, until they released me, making it clear to me that if I ever posed a security risk, they'd. Well, Yuri's disappearance right after it happened had us all scared.
So you never told? Just kept your yap shut like a good little soldier?
There was nothing else I could do. At first, I feared for my life. Then after I moved to the West Coast, married, I feared for my wife as well. I just couldn't. I just can't.
We understand, Doctor.
Yeah, I guess we either have to understand your cowardice.
Or hate you for it?
You have every right to hate me, Egan. But please know that I never felt anything but sympathy towards you. Even since you started these yearly,
I think the word you're searching for is hauntings.
But what really haunts you, Rowan Ellsworth? Us or your memories?
Memories you can't escape.
Memories that plague your mind keep you from loving your wife unconditionally because you can't tell her about the truth about your past. The real reason you never allowed yourself to have children is because they'd be a constant reminder of.
That's not true.
Isn't it?
God damn it. You can't imagine the pressure, the pain, what it's been like for me to be haunted by the memories, by you.
It occurs to me, you don't really know what it was like for us. At Ground Zero, that day on Tigo Island, we never really explained it to you.
The day our worlds collided.
With devastating consequences.
We heard the blast, of course. Felt it, really. I felt strange, weak. My whole body started shaking, every muscle twitching involuntarily. I turned to see Dougie.
I was already on all fours. I felt as though I had been punched in the stomach. All the air seemed to leave my lungs, and I began to vomit so violently, I thought my insides were coming out. They were pieces of my own esophagus, tissues from it, bubbling up like thick latex. I couldn't breathe. Mercifully, I blacked out after that.
I got a headache, like nothing I've ever felt before. It felt like someone was shoving a red, hot knife into the back of my skull. My knees buckled and I went down. I felt something warm, oozing from my ears to my nose. I didn't know it was blood. I turned and saw Dougie lying there, still. All the muscles in his body had spasmed so badly that he looked like a crumpled up piece of paper that someone had pitched in the garbage. That's when I saw Reem.
I could see the blood Egan could only feel. It was coming out of every orifice in his head, and his eyes were crying bright red tears. He was screaming, but I couldn't hear anymore. I let myself like a baby as I lost my balance and fell to the ground. I tried to crawl to the water. Not sure why I wanted to. Maybe I thought I could wash off whatever it was I felt crawling all over me. It was like I was on fire and ice cold at the same time. I felt my hands digging on the stand as I thought I was moving my body forward. But I wasn't. I never moved again.
My God, Areem, I'm so sorry. I always knew it must have been a horrible death, but
Didn't want to think about just how terrible, how wretched. But you can still do the right thing. You can still make this right, Rowan.
how?
Morris Craddock.
Of the Washington Post.
Yeah. He's an investigative reporter, and this kind of story is right in his wheelhouse. As a ghost, privy to some things you're not.
I thought you said you weren't psychic.
On the subject of what happened to us, I know things. Craddock will want proof, and there are videos of the autopsies they performed on each of us, misplaced in a public information office in Annapolis. Tell it to Lieutenant Winters you want to check the file 1183A. It's a short journey from there to DC.
And what about your journey, Areem?
It's just beginning. Thanks to you, and the truth you're finally ready to tell.
Halfway down the road, I realized I forgot. Oh my God, who's this girl?
You can see her?
Of course I can. What is she doing here? Are you lost, honey? She looks hungry. Are you hungry? Do you want something to eat?
She'll make a good mother, Rowan. And now your children will be very proud of their father.
Rowan, who is this child and why do I feel as though she's looking through me?
I'll explain everything. It's a long, terrible story.
Just know, Brianna, that your husband is a good and brave man, and he's about to prove it. You'll have to forgive him for many things. But the only reason I was ever here was in the hope that one day he would forgive himself.
I'm never going to see you again, am I?
My summer's over, Rowan. No, don't look so sad. It may have not been a long summer. It may have been an autumnal summer, but yeah, it was a good summer.
Rowan, what in the world is going on? Who is this? Rowan, what is this? What is this all about?
An experiment gone horribly wrong. 3 little children and their autumnal summer.
Wow, that story was a long and sad one too. But at least the ending was nice. Who doesn't love a happy ending?
Give it up, everybody, for the Autumnal Summer Cast. Great performance. Next up, we have another scene written by Chris, one of our Theater 2 students, and is titled Thoughts No One Hears.
Chris wondered about the abstract concept of mental health and emotions. And with this play, he wanted to play it personally, what it would look like if thoughts were inside our heads and the minds were real people.
We hope you enjoy.
Okay, so no funny thought this time, alright?
The only thing that's funny is the pathetic way you look right now.
Alright, let's stay on the same page, at least for now.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Wow. Hello everybody. Most of you already know me, but if you don't, my name is Steven. Today I'm going to be talking
Everyone's
about
staring at you. Don't mess up because it'd be embarrassing if you did.
Sorry. Today I'll be presenting to you about the many benefits of fitness and why it's healthy for people to exercise 3 to 4 times a week. So why is exercising so important for the well-being of our daily lives?
Dad, you look really ugly right now.
Well, exercising 3 to 4 times a week
Steven, everyone is looking at you.
has
It'd be
many
embarrassing if you screwed
benefits
up.
of
Hello, you're stuttering. Stop it. Pick up the pace. You're falling behind.
Steven? I don't think I can continue, sorry.
Oh, well, okay. It doesn't look like you're on the same page as us anyways.
Well, today's classes weren't half that bad until that happened. On the bright side, did you see the way Sarah looked at me at lunch? I think she totally into me. Start to give me a bit of hope in life. Maybe things will get better after all.
Like poor.
Not this again. I thought we talked about this already.
What? The fact that you pretty much blew and bombed your first physical test in 2 years?
It's because you kept putting these random negative thoughts in my head that aren't even true.
So you're telling me that you would rather pretend to be the arrogant, confident, and the popular kid that you aspire to be?
Well, no, but
shut up, will you? Like, it's absolutely stinks. I had to work on providing thoughts for some worthless piece of garbage like you.
That is absolutely not true. Everyone is special in their own way, including me.
Oh, of course you say that. You know, if you ever thought and cared about what you looked like, maybe Sarah would actually like you back. It's all a mirage, a facade, an illusion.
I mean, wouldn't it be better if I think she does?
Think realistically. She's way out of your league. Don't chase a dream that's too big because you never actually make it. Like, do you really need a slap of reality right now?
I am thinking realistically.
God, no, you are not. I'm trying to save you, okay? From being an embarrassment to society by making you fear the risk. I'm here so you think rationally to make sure you don't do something that you ever regret. Please, Steven, okay? I'm your mind. I control the things you do. And you don't. If you just listen to me, everything will get better. And oh my God.
You're only making my life worse. How am I supposed to do anything in life if all you do is just be the protective and possessive of me?
Because you're dumb, Steven. You do dumb stuff all the time. I'm trying to be realistic and make sure you don't do something like you ever regret. Listen, if nobody needs you and you don't have any skill in life, maybe just end it already.
You know, you're right. I'm worthless. I really do not have any control over my life. What's the point? I never asked to be born. My dad, who passed away 4 years ago, and life fell apart just there. I suffered so much in pain. Do I really deserve all of this suffering? Ugh, life is just unfair. Why does everyone else have it better than I do?
That's just the way life goes. You can't really do anything about it.
I can't continue with this anymore. Everything went downhill when that happened. If only I could be like everyone else out there. Life would be enjoyable. Too bad I'm at the bottom of the barrel.
Yes, come on. You're almost free, Steven. You're almost free from this hellhole. This is the only way to reset. To start off on a clean slate.
Listen, Steven, I don't have much time.
Dad, is that you?
Life is about proving everybody wrong. To prove to everyone that you could do what they thought you couldn't. Even if the whole world is against you, I'll always be by your side. No matter where I am and no matter what you do. Think about the reason why you started in the first place. If you're not going to do it for yourself, Please do it for me. Make me proud, son.
Oh, that's a funny joke. It's you, 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 you left her son. You abandoned him. He's falling because of something you did.
But that's no reason to end it here.
So you're telling me you agree with this disciple?
Don't talk about my father like that. He's the only reason I've made it this far. I finally figured out a reason, a will to live. Even if it's not for myself, it'll be for him.
There you go, talking nonsense again. I protected you from all of this harm and from all embarrassing yourself. And this is how you treat me?
Stop it with this, Stop Bubble. Both of us know how this is not true. From the beginning, all you have done is inject anxiety into my thought, into what I think, into what I believe, when that's clearly not the case.
Because I want to protect you, Steven.
You're not protecting anything. Life is boring when all you make me do is to hate myself and make me curl myself up into a tiny ball. What are we getting out of that? I want to do what I want. Whether that gets me killed or not doesn't matter. I want to take risks in life. That's what life is all about.
That's exactly why you have anxiety and fear. So you don't die.
But life isn't about staying inside. It's not about being safe. It's about being free. Life is it's the way you want it to be lived. No expectations, no thoughts. Just do what you want to do. So I'm going to do exactly just that.
Protected you and helped you come this far. And now you're just gonna throw me away? I've kept you safe from all these years, and this is how you disrespect me?
You didn't do anything for me. You filtered off the world, and for what? Some validation?
Something like this doesn't happen.
But is that really what's the best for both of us?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. From now on, I'm going to do exactly what I want, and you're not going to stop me.
Wait, Steven.
Sorry, not sorry, Thought Bubble. Sorry, not sorry, Thought Bubble. No more negative thoughts. I'm going to do the things that I believe in, and this is one of those things.
Steven, wait. Steven, please, Steven, no!
It's finally over. It's time, Dad. It's time to do the things that I've always wanted to do.
Man, what's with all these emotional stories today? But anyways, Henry and Duck, you did such a nice job.
Man, after all these sad stories, I'm feeling pretty beaten up. It's about time we have something happy, you know?
You're right. I also feel down after all these, but what can we do except move on to the next one-act play, which is... Oh, guys, you are in luck. It's a funny one. After all these sad plays, it's about time we smile. Next up, this is your captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be in the air for about an hour and 20 minutes. I'll be back with an update on our arrival when we're a little bit closer.
Holy crap.
Oh my God.
I think the engine exploded.
God, it's on fire and the wing is full of fuel.
Hey, folks. This is your captain again from the flight deck. Those of you on the right side of the plane may notice an orange glow coming from our number one engine.
A glow?
It's a fireball.
That is a minor mechanical, so we're going to be shutting number one down. While that will slow us down a bit, we've got a good tailwind tonight that's hitting us at about 180 knots right on the tailbone. That extra push should let us have you at the gate in Allentown a couple of minutes early. So sit back, relax, and those of you with a window on the right, if you don't mind pulling your shade down, that'll keep the glow of number one from disturbing your seatmates.
That's it. We're just gonna keep flying.
We blow up, I guess.
No one's gonna blow up, Snowflake.
Excuse me.
We're not gonna blow up. You heard him. It's just a low glow.
It's not a glow. The engine's on fire.
Spread to the wing over the engine. Excuse me. Hello. Hi. That's not a glow out there. That's a fire.
Looks like a glow to me.
There are visible flames.
Potato? Potato.
Can you just make sure the captain knows that it's like really bad out here?
Oh, he doesn't like long briefings.
How's that a long briefing?
Just tell him the engine in the wing is actually on fire.
Well, that's a pretty long briefing for him.
Okay, so maybe just write it on a slip of paper and put it in front of him or something? What, like?
Oh, he doesn't read.
Not even a note?
He doesn't read anything. Excuse me, I've got a call button to answer.
Wait, but you can't just, oh God.
You need to relax. Everybody knows this is not a conventional airline, right?
So?
So, don't be all surprised if some stuff happens out of the ordinary.
Wow. So you're not concerned that the wing is on fire?
Not a bit.
How can you not be concerned that the wing is on fire?
Because the captain isn't concerned, and I trust him. I used to fly other airlines, but they were rude, talked down to us, left us to sit on the tarmac for hours and let anyone with money for a ticket on board. I'm done with them. This is the only airline I fly now. And if how it gets me where I'm going is a little bit different, a little bit unorthodox, I don't really care, because it's taking me where I want to go.
A little bit different?
The wing is on fire.
It's a glow.
Look out the window. It's raging fire.
I don't need to look. Captain says it's a glow. I believe him. End of story. Okay, look, in a perfect world, would I rather the wing didn't glow? Sure. But a little glow is a small price to pay for an airline that gives me what I want.
Look, there's a reason why planes don't fly with their wings on fire.
It's glowing.
It's called FAA. There are rules against this.
Oh, sure, they got a lot of rules.
Oh God, it's really moving down towards us.
Rules and regulations and red tape and all sorts of rigmarole.
Rigmarole?
A rule against a plane flying while its wing that contains 5,000 gallons of highly flammable aviation fuel is on fire. It's not rigmarole.
It's stifling innovation.
It's saving lives.
Potato, potato. Look, for like 100 years, you couldn't fly a plane in this country with the wing on fire. And everyone got used to that, like that was the only way an airline could be. And then this airline comes along and proves, no, it's not the only way. Planes can fly with their wing on fire, or with landing gear that don't fully deploy, or flaps that don't really work, or no more than a certain percentage of minorities and foreign-born allowed on board.
A certain percentage of minorities?
Sure, it's gonna feel a little wrong to some people at first, but that's just you getting used to the new normal.
He's right. Almost everyone is white.
No. This is okay, but this is totally against federal regulations.
And sure, the swamp don't like having its control changed.
Swamp?
All the vested interests, like those other airlines in the FAA, of course they're gonna scream bloody murder. And the deep state is gonna plant stories that the fake news is gonna report on. Like how a plane with its wing on fire flew on to its destination instead of making an emergency landing. Like it's a big deal. But what they're not gonna tell you is how it arrived on time and how the lower maintenance cost made it real cheap. Because that story don't fit their narrative. So,
Oh God, it's right up on the cabin now.
Hi again, folks. From the flight deck, you on the right-hand side of the aircraft may have noticed that the glow is
The
a
fireball?
little bit closer than it was. So I'm gonna do some maneuvers to try to push the glow away from you. And without getting all technical, well, I'm sure you all know what a barrel roll is.
What?
Oh my God.
Now, I'm not gonna do a full barrel roll, of course. This old bird might break up given how the glow has compromised the structural integrity of the wing. So we're only going to go about halfway to fully inverted a few times. Now might be a real good time to clinch that seatbelt up tight.
Any purchases from Sky Bazaar today?
Oh, yeah. Is there any asbestos parachutes?
You're funny. I love their battery heated underwear.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What was that?
This is nothing. I mean, there's hardly any smoke in the cabin. The NY to LA run, half the time you can't see 10 rows either way by the time you land. This is just like a rocking chair.
This is insane. Why doesn't he just land the plane?
He knows what he's doing. Anything from Sky Bazaar today?
He's playing three-dimensional Monopoly, and you're playing Shoots and Ladders.
No, he's not. He's totally reckless.
Maybe reckless is just what disruption looks like to you.
Maybe this is what murder suicide looks like to you.
Doing something different, something the so-called experts say is crazy, is what I call exactly right. Airline's been run wrong for so long, we don't know what quality looks like anymore.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like an Airbus A380 with its wing on fire.
Not that. The floor's getting warm.
Ow, that's hot.
Nice, my feet were a little cold.
Okay, we've got to do something.
What can we do?
We could rush to the cockpit.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how to fly the commercial jetliner?
No, okay, but we can't know what we know and not do anything about it.
Then let's make a plan together. Hey everyone. So the wing is on fire and we're going to die if we're gonna blow up even if no one does anything. So who's with me?
It's just a little glow, people. The captain knows what he's doing. Better than the snowflake here. Who's with me?
That's a 50-50.
Huh? A 50-50? We're on fire.
Because everything is fine. Everything is normal. And everyone is starting to see that.
Hey, this is not normal. The plane is on fire.
Potato. Sit down, shut up, and enjoy the flight, snowflakes.
Guys, want any snacks?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir? Sir, hello? Do you want pretzels?
Round of applause for the amazing actors, and this is your captain. Brilliant job, you guys.
Well, that's the end of our program. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this year's Semester 1 Theater Showcase. The students have all worked really hard to create the best pieces possible for our audience.
Let's not forget another round of applause for Miss S, who guided us through the whole process of brainstorming, creating, and performing a play, completely from scratch, and who also put a lot of effort into editing and piecing everything together.
Thank you all for watching and good night.